First off, I'd like to introduce you to the #1 contender for the NXT title, Jinder Mahal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NXT champion, Seth Rollins. I'd like to talk about the vicious sneak attack, the attack from behind by
Michael, that was a message, and I sent it loud and clear.
It was an attack, a cowardly attack by a desperate man. That's the only way you know how to get the job done, because you know, and I know, and all these people know, that if it's you and me, one-on-one in this ring, you can't beat me. And you will never be a champion, Jinder, because you don't have the heart of a champion. Oh, you want to do this? You want to fight right now? I'm not afraid.
Whoa, little decorum here, just relax. I'm out here tonight as a broadcast journalist to ask the hard questions. Jinder, the fact is this: what makes you think that you can beat Seth Rollins after he's already beaten you in the middle of the ring?
I won't put up with you trying to embarrass me. I don't have to stand for this prejudice.
Oh, the cheap shot by Mahal who put his hands on Michael Cole.
Jinder Mahal going right after him, and this a preview of what we could see, and then locking in that camel clutch.
Well, there's no escape that I've ever seen from the camel clutch.
Finally, the officials get involved here and shoo Jinder Mahal away.
Could we be seeing this? Jinder Mahal hoisting the NXT Championship.
Welcome everyone inside the NXT arena. Tom Phillips here ringside with William Regal, and what a huge night we have for you on the show. Our main event, the NXT champion Seth Rollins in his rematch with Jinder Mahal for the NXT championship. But first, we're going to hit the ground running with some Divas action. Lots going on tonight as Sasha Banks is set to make her debut within the Divas division.
Her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
Well, Miss Banks has lived everywhere in her description. She says she's lived in Northern California, Minnesota, Iowa, Oregon, and her hometown happens to be Boston. Now she's kind of been all over the place.
A real globetrotter.
So Paige, who has described herself as the anti-diva with the anti-Barbie army behind her, looking to start things off here on NXT, but we got a big matchup tonight, William.
Pray tell.
Well, it's the NXT Championship.
Yes.
It's Seth Rollins, Jinder Mahal. Huge matchup.
I've been looking forward for weeks. Please tell the people more about it.
Well, there's a tremendous rivalry between these two, and they're going to go at it tonight. Seth Rollins, the champion, looking to maintain his crown against Jinder Mahal, who's been vicious for weeks here on NXT. But inside the ring, Paige has her hands full right now with Sasha Banks.
Both ladies showing extreme great use of the skills here. It's wonderful to see. Front head chancery there, applied by Paige. Another young lady who I haven't known her since she was 6 months old, believe that or not.
Paige flips her over into a unique submission maneuver. Shoulders almost down there for Sasha Banks. Has to be careful here.
Skin's as white as porcelain, isn't it? Lovely.
Reminds me of WWE superstar Sheamus's skin, that great white skin. And another unique submission maneuver here, looking to suck the life out of Sasha Banks.
Very well applied head scissors.
Paige in complete control here as she has run roughshod through the Divas division here on NXT.
As Sasha Banks is is finding out for herself. It's very hard to escape from such a maneuver.
And what would it do for Sasha Banks, not only to making a great escape there, but if she could get a victory here over Paige.
Well, it would be definitely a confidence booster for us, but because everybody knows about Paige.
Here's the cover and a near fall.
Here on NXT, she's sort of the outstanding diva at the moment. And so for Sasha Banks, that would be a wonderful feather in the cap, wouldn't it?
Looking to come off the turnbuckle here, and Paige whipped around. Sasha Banks holding her own here in her debut, looking for the cover and almost had the victory.
It's the first time we're seeing Sasha Banks, but in this couple of minutes we can see that she's a skilled competitor and she knows what she's doing. Very impressive indeed.
And here is that patented rage coming out of Paige here. And
rage
she
out of
her
Paige.
into the corner. Oh my goodness, what a toss. By the scalp, no less. And now just pounding her into submission in the corner. William, the way that she has been running through the NXT Divas with the cover here, almost had the win. And Sasha right now in a real bad way as Paige, as she's shown weeks and weeks and weeks, has run through the Divas division with little or no competition to back her down.
Actually, Paige has a spotless competition.
The pin cover.
Here in NXT, did you know that?
I did not know.
Yes.
That. This is my first episode with you.
Yes,
this is a big deal for me. Now Sasha Banks stuck down on the mat. Now what is that hold there? That's a very unique hold.
It's a double arm, isn't it? Very awkward to get out of, because once you're trapped in that, you've only got your leg strength to get out of it, and some people's legs aren't as strong as others, or they don't have the skill to get out, and that was the best thing she could do, was trying to hit Paige in the ribs to get out of it.
And the roll-up pin cover. Banks might have it here, and no, Paige manages to escape. Now another cover-up through the ropes, and this one's still no good. And Sasha Banks looking to turn the tables on Paige here. Paige, as we mentioned, from Norwich, England. What does that long line of British great sports entertainers do for her in the ring here at NXT?
Well, she has something to prove. She wants to be the first person from her area in England to be a true superstar. She was born into this industry. Her family are all involved in it, and she wants to be, a superstar in the WWE.
This could be over. The Paige turner, and it does it. Paige getting a nice victory over the upstart Sasha Banks.
A great victory for Paige, but an impressive showing by Sasha Banks on the first night. Somebody that we need to watch out for here on NXT. But Paige, just an absolute sensation. Look at the NXT universe, the way they're reacting to it.
And Banks going to have to regroup after this one. And let's go to the replay here. A remarkable impact move here. The Paige turner gets the job done for Paige. And she gets a win here to start off this edition of NXT. And Paige continues her impressive win streak. But now let's head backstage where Tony is standing by with Roman Reigns.
An interview literally weeks in the making. Up and coming, high-rising superstar Roman Reigns. Finally, we have a chance to talk with...
Finally? What are you talking about, finally? Are we supposed to operate on your time? Have you been waiting for me? Is your schedule that important? Tell me, what'd you do today? Did you go to, what, the dollar store? Is that what's so important? Nah, man. It's all about my time. It's my schedule. Who wears the big watch? What time is it? Tell me what time it is. What, you can't read clocks? It's Roman Reigns' time, and you should feel very fortunate right now. You've never been so relevant, little man. You've never been so important.
Well, that's the point, is that
Finally.
you're very important, and we have questions that we want to ask you if...
Yeah.
What about the interview?
Fans were filing in early to get into the NXT arena for this action-packed evening. We've got a great slate for you here, and the NXT Championship will be on the line in our main event later tonight. Well, last week on NXT, a fantastic finish in the match between Tyson Kidd and Leo Kruger. Kidd said it was another obstacle between him and his opportunity at an NXT title. But after the match, another obstacle would appear in Cassius Ohno, as Ohno and Kruger would assault Tyson Kidd, after a hard-fought victory, thankfully our very own commentator, William Regal, went ringside to save Tyson Kidd from any further punishment, and no doubt getting the ire of Cassius Ohno, as William Regal doing the right thing there, saving Tyson Kidd.
Richie Steamboat, Trent Beretta, Tyson Kidd. 3 superstars that had the audacity to cross us, and 3 superstars that found themselves in need of intensive care.
3 trophies for us, and there will be more.
Oh, and William Regal, you disappoint me. I expected more from a rogue such as yourself, but if you get a bright idea and you involve yourself in our business again, I guarantee I'll see you in the ICU.
Well, these two will finally come to a head tonight in our main event. The NXT Championship will be defended. Champion Seth Rollins versus challenger Jinder Mahal.
Already in the ring from Exeter, England, weighing 230 pounds, Oliver Gray.
Love makes me rich. Love makes me powerful. Love allows me to stay immortal. Cause I figured it out, man. I figured it all out a long, long time ago. You get them to love you, and they'll do anything for you. I'm the eater of worlds, kid. And I know power. I want you to share this sensation with me. I want you to feel what true power is. I'd like to introduce you to your opponent, my son. Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it.
What on earth is this? What on earth have we just seen here?
It looks like Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, has found another disciple. But what he stood before Oliver Gray, heaven only knows.
This man, oh my goodness.
Just a huge, massive human being with a bright red beard. Look, he just looks ferocious.
Goodness. Oh, pounding him into the corner. Oliver Gray in a world of trouble, and the bell has just rung. Oh. And Bray Wyatt.
Oliver Gray's highly regarded as well. I mean, he's just started here in NXT, but he gets top marks from everybody. Look at the way he's being manhandled. Well, something just...
What can you say?
I get a bit unnervy when Bray Wyatt's around, and that's hard to make me that way, but it's just... it gives me the collywobbles, honestly.
What do you think of what this man is wearing in the ring? It looks like he escaped from a mental institution.
I don't know how you expect me to follow up with that. It's definitely different, isn't he?
It's
bizarre.
It's disturbing, is what
it
is.
It is disturbing.
Oh
yes.
my goodness!
I'm sure it's very disturbing for Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray.
Look at Oliver Gray, the way he's put together. I mean, incredible, muscular physique. He's just being thrown around like a rag doll.
Oh. And we don't even know who this man is. Bray Wyatt just announced him as his son. For a big blow there was this giant in the middle of the ring, and now Oliver Gray looking, oh, the battle back and the huge elbow to the face. And the aggression seems to be just pouring out of this monster.
Bray Wyatt certainly didn't mean calling him his son in a biological sense. Obviously a disciple of some type, and just...
Oh!
Where does he find these people? A follower. Unbelievable.
Oh, the power and the strength. Drops him to the mat, and with some rage behind it, whoever this man is just demolished Oliver Gray.
There's an eerie feeling here in the NXT arena. What's he counting on his hand there?
I cannot tell. Well, the brute force of this unknown man was on display through the entire match there. The big boot to the face of Oliver Gray, this huge elbow, and it was just terrifying force. This high-impact sidewalk slam finished things off for this mystery man.
Welcome, the second son of the Wyatt family, Rowan. Follow the buzzards.
Later tonight in our main event, you can see warming up backstage, the champion, Seth Rollins, will take on the winner of that fatal four-way, the #1 contender, Jinder Mahal.
He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man.
Well, the NXT commissioner, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, WWE Hall of Famer, in the building to address the NXT universe. We'll see what our beloved commissioner has to say tonight on this very special episode of NXT.
I want to address a little State of the Union with you. In just a few moments, we're going to see a great main event when Seth Rollins defends the NXT title against that one Jinder Mahal. But I want to talk about somebody dear to our heart. Miss Vicky Guerrero. Now, Vicky, you're welcome here anytime, but you make no decisions as long as NXT is on my watch. Now, the NFL says there are no bounties any longer. So, Vicky, you cannot come out here and say, I'm going to put a bounty on somebody. There's no bounty on anybody. There's no bounty on Big E. There ain't nothing unless you run it by me. I apologize. Sometimes that old cowboy comes out in me, you know what I'm talking about? So, no bounty. Sorry about that. Big E, don't worry about it. We got a great night planned. Let's stay with this huge main event coming up. You guys make a...
No, Jefe. There is still a bounty, Holmes. Don't you tell me there's no bounty.
Well, oh, can I say one thing? It's not Jefe. It's not Jefe. You know what I'm saying? It's either general manager or it's either, what do they say in Spanish when you're president?
You want El Capitan, El Patron?
Yes, I love El Capitan. Isn't that good?
All right, what you want, man? What's going on?
No. All right? I need that money, Holmes. Have you seen Unico in a while? No. You know why? Because he's stuck in Mexico, Holmes. I need that money. Let me tell you something, Holmes. Listen clear. That bounty, if you erase it, Holmes, I'm gonna reopen it on you, Dream.
I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya. I'm on a mission, I'm switching, I'm all over. I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya. I'm on a mission, I'm switching. Listen,
Ho. I just, you know what? Que paso here just a minute. Let me tell you something I got an idea, man. How about next week, you and Big E, not one-on-one, we're talking about handicap match. So you better get somebody and bring them with you.
Oh, no problem, Holmes.
Is that good with you?
Let's do it.
We're gonna do that next week. All right. Have a good time. It's gonna be cool.
Big news from the NXT Commissioner, Dusty Rhodes. Next week, a 2-on-1 handicap match here on NXT. Camacho and a teammate of his choosing versus Big E Langston. Boy, that's going to be a huge contest. Can't wait to see that next week. All right. But earlier today, the World Heavyweight Champion, The Big Show, had a very special message for the NXT universe.
Don't be shocked. I know you're sitting there, what in the world is the Big Show doing on NXT? Well, I got to tell you why I'm on NXT. I'm watching, and I see this loudmouth, long-haired, 30-pound, soaking wet little dweeb challenge any WWE superstar. Well, I'm going to answer your challenge. I'm going to answer your challenge with 7 foot, 500 pounds of fury. You don't belong in this industry. I've knocked out John Cena, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. And the best favor I can do for you, kid, is to make sure you don't ever get any further than you are right now.
But up next, the NXT Championship, Rollins and Mahal. That's our main event tonight on NXT. Wow, what a huge encounter we're going to see next week. The World Heavyweight Champion, The Big Show, answering the challenge from Bo Dallas. We'll see that next week on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, on NXT. The NXT Championship will be decided momentarily. Jim Ross joining William Regal, and there is the challenger, Jinder Mahal. This is an amazing rivalry that we have seen evolve here on NXT. These men met in the finals of the first ever the Goldust tournament.
I'm sure that's been eating away at Jinder Mahal ever since, because he had his chance at glory there, and it was taken away by Seth Rollins. I'm sure there's nothing in his life means more to him now than getting that victory back.
Match has been a long time in the making. Good look at Seth Rollins. Very proud to be the first ever NXT champion.
Introducing first, the challenger from Punjab, India, weighing 227 pounds, Jinder Mahal. His opponent from Davenport, Iowa,
Rollins has really connected with the fans here at the NXT Arena. Another standing room only crowd. Jinder Mahal hopes to leave this ring with the NXT Championship.
A look of menace in Jinder Mahal's eyes. Something to behold. But Seth Rollins isn't worried in the slightest. He's focused on his game.
And Mahal making Rollins wait a moment. It's as if Mahal was the defending NXT champion, not Seth Rollins. Well, the referee with the obligatory count, there's no way that Mahal is going to be counted out.
I'm sorry, Jim. Do you think that's part of Jinder Mahal's game plan, though? He knows how eager Seth Rollins is to start competing. And just that little thing stepping out of the ring, it throws him off his game a little. I think that's what he's thinking anyway.
I think that you're right, that there's some mind games being played. Remember, the only way that Mahal can win the NXT Championship is by pinfall or submission. Rollins, with the championship advantage, can retain the same two ways, or by count out or disqualification.
Beautifully applied hammerlock there. The way that he's grabbing the tricep, putting all the pressure on. No wasted motion at all.
So Mahal finds quickly his way to the ropes, which will necessitate a break. And Mahal trying a cheap shot. Didn't work, and now referee having to step between the competitors.
Seth Rollins doesn't want to be too over-eager, though, because he could cause himself to get disqualified. The referee's got to do his job.
Well, that wouldn't do Mahal any favors, because if Rollins does get disqualified, he still retains the NXT Championship. Rollins is the kind of athlete that's going to want to win by pinfall or submission. No questions asked. Rollins very athletic. Has great mat wrestling skills, does Rollins. Nice side headlock takeover. Perfect form by the NXT champion.
Bone of that forearm perfectly placed across the cheekbone where it causes the most pain. See the way he was flattening his ear out, that's how you end up with cauliflower ears.
Suffice it to say, there will probably be other NXT champions in the future, but no one can ever say that they were the first NXT champion, except for Seth Rollins, a man in control of his #1 contender.
And what a wonderful place in history that must be for Seth Rollins, for anybody. But Seth Rollins knows for the rest of his life that's what will be known as the first ever NXT champion. What a special thing in your career.
Nice athleticism by Rollins.
Oh, sometimes a punch in the mouth's what you need.
Right hands.
It works wonders.
A punch and then the knife edge chop by Rollins. Chop to the abdomen, ironically, and then back to the sternum area. Rollins is very proficient in strikes, and so is Jinder Mahal, who just struck Rollins in the mouth with a right hand. And Mahal again buying some time, perhaps frustrating or trying to frustrate Rollins. And Mahal didn't quite make the clean getaway that he wanted.
People who've never been hit like that so hard across the sternum have no idea of the pain that it causes.
Fighting ensuing on the outside certainly won't do Mahal any favors. Now they're back in the ring. Again, fun talking to Rollins. He wants to end this rivalry with a decisive victory here this week, but equally as determined is Jinder Mahal. And hard kicks. We talked about Rollins' striking ability. Very proficient with his feet or his hands.
Yes, and always on the mark, always on the button, exactly where the most pain is caused and the most wind is taken away from his opponent.
Rollins said a little early, paid for it. Retaliates again with striking blows to the challenger for the NXT Championship in this our main event. Rollins' balance and athleticism on display. This young man can really do it all. Got the complete package, but taking a chance. And Rollins folded up like an accordion on the outside, falling from the top turnbuckle, and we may have just seen the turning point in this championship match. Mahal quick to capitalize, to get Rollins back in the ring, because that's where Mahal can realize his dream, and now going for it. The cover and a near fall. Another near fall. Ladies and gentlemen, can Jinder Mahal realize his dream? We'll find out when we come back. We are back. This is NXT, our main event for the NXT Championship. The champion, Seth Rollins, there on the canvas, has been dominated throughout the commercial break. And the number one contender, Jinder Mahal, continues to widen his advantage in this one-fall championship match.
We saw before the break, Jinder Mahal caused Seth Rollins to come crashing down onto the outside of the ring area there, and he's capitalized on it wonderfully all through the break, working away at the head and the neck area and the sternum, and just taking advantage of the opportunity that he was given.
Great velocity by Jinder Mahal, the Irish whip. And again, the body of Seth Rollins, after going to the concrete floor earlier, now being tortured as Mahal using the ring post like a tag team partner, posting the lower spine, and then also paying attention. The referee had a 5 count to work with. If the referee had gotten to 5, Mahal would have been disqualified.
That was a great analogy there, Jim, using the ring as a tag team partner. You can use the ring to your advantage in a great many ways, and that was a perfect example of it.
Mahal is monitoring the referee's count all the while he's dealing the damage on the outside to Seth Rollins. Snap suplex on the floor, lateral press, the cover, and Mahal a count away from becoming the NXT champion.
Claimed double arm here. And this is where it's very difficult at the time here for Seth Rollins to get out of this, because he's in an awkward position. He can't really use his legs to great advantage, and he's been weakened in the upper body area, so it's a very strange position for him to be in. He needs to get out of it very quickly, and he needs to turn into it. That's the only way out.
And we still don't know exactly the damage done for Seth Rollins on the outside, and will not speculate. But Jinder Mahal certainly seizing the moment. Before we went to the commercial break, then the damage on the outside, and then this crushing backbreaker, lower back again focused. The legs are hooked, both legs hooked, and another near fall, a 2 count, as you saw. And even I can do the math on that one. Again, Mahal, for the multiple time, only 1 second away from winning the championship matchup.
Also, Jinder Mahal has to watch what the referee, is instructing him. It was nearly a 5 count there. He could have got disqualified.
Rollins shows great heart. He has on time and time again, going through the Gold Rush tournament put together by our great general manager, WWE Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes. And now Mahal again with a cover. It's obvious that if this match ended now on points, that Jinder Mahal, in my opinion, would be the winner. Mahal has carved out an advantage offensively, William, in this matchup ever since Rollins went tumbling down from the top turnbuckle.
He certainly has, yes, and he, as you say, he's doing a great job of grounding Seth Rollins. You have to take away the flying game of Seth Rollins, because he's so
nice
dangerous.
Elevation by Rollins, or by Mahal on Rollins.
He's so dangerous in the air, so he's doing the smart thing, keeping him grounded and going back to that head and neck area that was damaged in the fall before.
We have to be impressed with the athleticism of the challenger. We've got a great deal of elevation. That man, Jinder Mahal, delivering the knee right to the sternum. Again, it has been the torso plus the head and neck of Seth Rollins that Mahal has focused on. And look at Rollins again trying to fight and will his way back into it. And a very interesting counter by Rollins, who elevates the #1 contender. Rollins now beginning to build a little bit of momentum. Rollins' strikes can win, as we talked about earlier, in a variety of ways. And that's not one of them. That will leave bruising, we'll never know. And there's a cover by Mahal looking for the championship. And you saw the referee's hand coming down. It was inches away from a 3 count, and Mahal He either can seize the moment, build the advantage, or he can become frustrated. Ladies and gentlemen, Jinder Mahal, is he on his way to becoming the next champion? We'll find out when we come back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, our main event here on NXT. Jim Ross alongside William Regal as the NXT Championship is on the line. That man, Jinder Mahal, continues to build offensive momentum in his quest to beat Seth Rollins for the NXT Championship. It has been a grueling physical matchup, especially as it relates to the punishment Mahal has dished out on the champion. Seth Rollins extremely popular in the NXT arena, and he's earned that respect through his toughness, his resilience, and becoming the first ever NXT champion. And ironically, he beat Jinder Mahal in the finals of that tournament to determine the champion. Mahal now may be a cover away from winning. And I don't know how many near falls that Mahal has earned, but there are numerous.
Jinder Mahal's done a fantastic job of dissecting Seth Rollins. I have to say, though, he's not taking advantage of the covers the way he should do. Putting his full body weight. You can't give a millimeter to Seth Rollins because he has all the tricks of the trade. He knows how to kick out when he's in jeopardy. He uses his hips. He uses the power of his legs. Jinder Mahal has to be very careful of that.
You think, William, at this point in the match, that perhaps Mahal is a little overconfident, that he has things under control?
I believe so, yes. And he shouldn't. You can't take... I mean, it's obvious to us sat here, Seth Rollins is the NXT champion. He's in that position because he's the best person here in NXT. Never take him for granted.
We mentioned earlier that Mahal has been focusing on the head and neck of Rollins throughout this contest. More often than not, that's what he's doing now. It's an amazing championship matchup. We're so happy that you're with us here on NXT as the champion lands on his feet. Tries to kick. Oh, scored with that one. Big roundhouse kick. And at least Rollins has bought himself a little bit of time and distance. As you take a look, Rollins with the counter and a beautiful roundhouse kick.
One has to wonder if the equilibrium of Jinder Mahal now, is he able to even stand up?
That's a great point. But whether he can or he can't, Rollins needed the separation, needed the time. Mahal, the challenger, makes his way back up to his vertical base, but he may be a little bit off there. And Rollins, unique kick, drop kick. And then Rollins in a mount position, hammering down on Jinder Mahal in this matchup for the NXT title. Mahal scored with a thunderous right hand, but both men on unsteady legs at this point in this main event.
Point of that elbow right onto the chin of Seth Rollins. It's amazing that he can even stand up.
Mahal with a headbutt. And Rollins counters with a kick to the sternum. Hard kicks to the body. And Rollins has really had a gut check. Has had to have a courageous effort to last this long after what he's been through in this matchup. But now the table seems to be turning. And Rollins with a tope, the suicide dive through the second and third rope. And now perhaps the tide has turned in favor of the NXT champion, Seth Rollins. Rollins likes to take chances, or whether he likes to or not, he does. And a flying knee, springboard knee off the top. Rollins could get the cover and the pin here.
Another brutalizing strike to the ear of Jinder Mahal. This is interesting now. Does Jinder Mahal have the ring awareness? Does he have the savvy to continue? Because he's got to be knocked a bit goofy at the moment.
Rollins, the second time that Rollins has had a major strike in this matchup in the last few moments. Again, the equilibrium, the unsteadiness of Jinder Mahal has to be brought into question. And look at that,
again,
great flexibility and a kick again right to the head. As William Regal so accurately pointed out, that's the second or third shot to the temple. Human anatomy can't take but so much of that type of punishment without the, uh-oh, look at this. Rollins is going for all or nothing here, it would seem. And the Hurricane Run, a counter. It was a counter by Mahal. A brilliant counter by the challenger. And Rollins was lucky to get his shoulders up on that one, on that near fall. A brilliant counter by Mahal. The slam, high impact. And again, another near fall. If you were keeping score at home, Mahal is far ahead on near falls. But that doesn't get him to the proverbial pay window.
No, it doesn't. He's doing a great job of grounding Seth Rollins every opportunity that he gets.
A long, grueling, physical main event here on NXT with the NXT title at stake. The challenger on the second rope looking to no time to play the air guitar. And Rollins got his knees up right into the, I think, the sternum or the abdomen of Mahal.
Wherever it was, it's going to take the wind right out of Jinder Mahal.
So now the question is, can Rollins respond? Can Rollins take advantage of this moment, this very moment in this matchup? Mahal is barely, he's on one knee. Jinder Mahal is in a bad, bad way. Rollins gutting it out, and Rollins meets an unforgiving turnbuckle, maybe even the ring post. So now we're back to where we were. Rollins is back in trouble with his championship in deep jeopardy.
Jinder Mahal needs to capitalize on this now. He needs to grab hold of Seth Rollins and just pin him as quickly as possible.
Would you say it's now or never for
Now
Mahal?
or never, he has to.
And let's see if Mahal feels that same sense of urgency. The open hand, the strike of the palm of the hand.
I think he's letting his emotions from being beaten in the Gold Rush tournament let him get away with him here. He needed to pin him.
Not the time for oratory.
Oh!
And Rollins sends his challenger right back into the turnbuckle. I think Mahal's head hit the turnbuckles again. Nice counter by Mahal. Oh, the knee. A hard strike. That may do it. That may do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Mahal thinking camel clutch. And Rollins feels it, senses it, and makes sure he's in the sanctuary of the ropes to at least prevent the camel clutch. Oh, look at Rollins land on his feet. Rolled up, roll through. Oh, good Lord. Shades of the Heartbreak Kid with the sweet chin music, a straight kick. And Rollins hits the Skywalker and covers, hooks the leg. And
here's your winner and still NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
An amazing main event here on NXT. The Skywalker did the business for Seth Rollins. Hats off to Jinder Mahal for a phenomenal effort because Mahal controlled much of this matchup.
He certainly did, yes. Two fine competitors giving it everything that they had. And that's why they're giving it everything they had for the NXT Championship. It means so much to them.
And right here, boom! We think the turning point in this matchup. And then the Skywalker by Seth Rollins battling through what had to be excruciating pain throughout his body against an outstanding competitor. Rollins truly knows what it's like to be the hunted. Seth Rollins successfully retaining the NXT Championship, but the list will start forming to challenge him for this title. I am very impressed with Rollins' toughness, his resolve, his character.
We've just seen an incredible battle by two true warriors of the Canvas Wars, and that's what everybody here in NXT, that's what they should be looking at. All the competitors should be looking at that man there. Seth Rollins, he's the... Hang on.
Wait a minute. Corey Graves. Well, I hate to speculate, but somewhat of a disingenuous Congratulatory clap by that controversial man, Corey Graves. What an effort. What an effort for Seth Rollins. What an amazing matchup. The NXT champion is still Seth Rollins.